The Discourse community I decided to research was the golf community. I golfed a little as a kid, but really became a part of this community more serious at the beginning of the pandemic, 3-4 summers ago. One of the main reasons because it was one of the only activities that stayed open when a lot of things were closing, because it was outside and allowed for people to social distance while still competing in the sport. Basically anybody can become a part of it, whether that be playing the sport, watching the sport. There's lots of public courses around, and then there's even smaller private courses, which is a whole nother community that people are a part of. Basically, you just need a set of clubs. Cheap ones work, but they can get pretty expensive, up to a couple $1,000s, which is not required to be in the community to have expensive clubs. Cheap ones work just fine. They accept, I guess, you can be good, bad, mediocre at the sport. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I think you're a part of this community whether you watch a tournament on TV or you go out with your friends and play the sport. Some unique terms and sayings in the sport of golf: birdie, a par, bogey. So there's different. The goal of golf is to get the lowest score possible, and par is what you'd want. A birdie is even better than a par, and a bogey. I mean, I'll take bogeys too, but a bogey is worse than a par. So since I decided to join the community more serious during the COVID-19 pandemic, that also is part of the research question I decided to look into, and that being how the COVID-19 pandemic affected the sport of golf, both good and bad. Me joining at the time, I saw a huge increase in popularity, so I wanted to look into that, some of the statistics sides of that, and then just basic opinions of interviews of some of my friends that also joined around the same time and what they saw during that. There was also other stuff that was affected that I wanted to look into, some things like the companies, how their sales went up. I know I heard some companies were on the verge of bankruptcy, and the COVID-19, the spike of interest in golf kind of saved their business, where their sales in clubs, balls, all kinds of equipment went up. But yeah, that's kind of all the stuff I looked into, and my results are discussed in my actual paper portion.